Hey everybody, welcome to yet another Binding of Isaac episode where we are going to have the Twitch chat accompanying us on the right side. As always, I don't always stream my Isaac recordings on twitch.tv/Northernlion, but I do impromptu streams and the Northernlion live super show there, so I encourage you to check it out. There will be a link in the video description below. Last run, literally the best luck I think I've ever had in a Binding of Isaac run. I've probably had runs that were objectively more powerful, but I don't think I've ever had a run where I got better items. The only reason I've had runs that were more powerful is because I picked up Epic Fetus in the first item room on this one. That was the worst item that I've took in the world, or the worst damage that I've taken in the world. But the only reason I've had runs that were more powerful than that is because I made the foolish decision, apparently, to pick up Epic Fetus, or Dr. Fetus, in one of the first item rooms. And then that meant that Polyphemus was inaccessible to me when I got it later. Sacred Heart was inaccessible, but you know, we still got the benefit of the Mitre and the Relic and all of that other good stuff, and basically just being the world's luckiest man. We're on the Cellar Part 1 here, and we're gonna play as Cain. We're doing another vanilla run, but again, as I mention every time when I play the Binding of Isaac, vanilla runs are not really vanilla runs. You know, every vanilla run is a challenge run in and of itself due to the randomized nature of the game. We get GUPPYS HAIRBALL, and there's an interesting anecdote about GUPPYS HAIRBALL. If you guys are not familiar with like the entire saga of my Binding of Isaac history, and if you're not, you know, believe me, I take no offense to that, because obviously it is kind of something that's gone on for a staggering, that was so bad, a long time, to put it politely. But GUPPYS HAIRBALL was actually the last item that I got at the very end of my quest to get Platinum God. So this was basically a thorn in my side forever as I tried to figure out, like, what the fuck is this item? How do I get it? And I think my third last item was another one of the Guppy items, and then I had to get like all three of the Guppy items put together or something in order to just unlock GUPPYS HAIRBALL in the first place. It was a nightmare, but of course it ended up working out. Now I get GUPPYS HAIRBALL on occasion, I would say. Maybe, you know, once every 40 or 50 runs, which is not necessarily that rare for the Binding of Isaac, but certainly not common either. Anyway, after the first floor here, I think it is fair to say that we are not nearly as strong as we were after the first floor on the last room, or on the last run. If you expect me to go to these curse rooms, chat, you are a silly bunch of dudes, aren't you? But we're playing as Cain, so what are our advantages? Obviously, all pills have to be good. Did I really get hit by Pim there? What is wrong with me? I think the last game, I have like a hangover from our Dr. Fetus game, so now I'm getting like lazy and like, oh, I don't need to dodge. I'm just shooting bombs out of my urethra. It would be smart for me to check myself before I wreck myself. I believe it was either William S. Burroughs, the famous writer, that said that. It also might have been Ice Cube, I can't remember. And Coin Purse, actually fantastic as Cain. At the very least, I mean, it's likely that some of these pills will be good, but on the other hand, even if they're not, at least we can get a lot of the information about what's in the rotation right away. So let's see with this one first. Full health. I'm glad it's in the rotation. It's not great for us right now, but it might be great later. Range upgrade. That's fine. We're now definitely at like one boss room worth of value. Health up, so we're now even bonus, and whoa. That was unexpected. Alright, so we ended up getting 2 HP upgrades and a range upgrade there. I would say that is a pretty good way to end that floor. I've been getting crazy luck here. I wonder if it is the blessing of Omrecker in the chat, as he is potentially theorizing right here. But yeah, that double HP up was very, very surprising. I do believe that means that there's 2 HP... I mean, this sounds like it's obvious, but I believe that means that there's 2 pills in the game that are HP upgrades, so I should be able to get those with double frequency, you know, if probabilities hold true. But I'm not sure, and sometimes it doesn't matter in Isaac, because we might only get like 10 pills over the course of the entire game, so it might not be enough of a difference to make a huge, tangible impact on our game. I don't even want to be on this room anymore. This is a nightmare room waiting to happen. Just play it cool. All right. By the way, I'm not sure. I apologize, but I'm not sure why the frame rate occasionally gets a little bit wonky. I think it's an interaction with Camtasia and Flash and Isaac, you know. Camtasia is a software that I don't really like all that much, but I use it for Isaac almost out of necessity, because otherwise Fraps lags the shit out of it. Although I know some people do use Fraps for Isaac, and it turns out quite well. But also, Isaac itself has some noted and probably obvious issues as well. As much as I love it, we should be realistic about it. I've been taking like a stupid amount of damage so far, but none of this matters if we can get more HP and then trade it in a deal with the devil for something along the lines of a Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Spirit of the Night. Guppy's Paw might not be that valuable yet, but long term it could be better. The moon takes us to the secret room, correct? Yes, so I'll just do that and get 3 cents for free. Could have used a bomb to get to the item room instead of a key, but since we have more keys right now, I think it's a smart idea to go here first. And we actually got, or to use a key, I should say. And we actually got Odd Mushroom, which is probably an underrated item at first glance. It really gives you a huge bonus with your rate of fire, which causes you to have a huge bonus in your damage output. And I don't think it actually has a damage downgrade associated with it either. So it's basically just like a crazy objective positive. People in the chat right now are saying, yeah, like Odd Mushroom is my favorite item in Isaac. Doesn't surprise me. I think it's a really good item. And when it shows up as often as it has so far, I'm a very happy man. So just getting the hell out of the way from this Duke of Flies. The only thing that worries me about this Duke of Flies is obviously these laser bullet flies, as I colloquially call them. I probably should have been a little afraid about getting so close to him. Please tell me we earned a deal with the devil here. We only took 1 hit on that boss. We didn't. We got a Tears upgrade. A tear shape upgrade. And I'm not excited about that, but maybe Small Rock out of this. No, we got a key out of that. Well, we will take the Tears upgrade. You know, we do have the Odd Mushroom as well, so I'm not sure if this actually stacks up. Like, I'm not sure what a Tears upgrade actually is. Like, a Tears upgrade is a rate of fire upgrade, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's one of those items that's, I know I like it, but it's kind of hard to quantify how useful it is, at least for me, because its effect is not necessarily obvious. Wow, we ended up picking up a speed plus range upgrade in here as well. There is a glitch where flies spawn in 2 waves when you pick up an item on a mob trap room. It might not even be when you pick up an item. It might just be naturally. I'm almost, at this point, a little bit too fast for my own good. Apparently, Odd Mushroom does give -1 damage, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's okay. It definitely compensates for it by helping you fire like 8 times as fast. So, in our current situation, I would say it's definitely prudent for us to go down to the next floor. We don't really have... I was going to say we don't really have substantial upgrades. We kind of do, though. People are right that it's going to be not great on the Isaac fight when we have, you know, the rate of fire that we have. But we're just going to hope that we have, like, a staggering amount of damage by that point so that each one of these shots hits him like a fucking brick wall. I mean, usually brick walls don't hit people. People hit brick walls, but, you know, I'm not going to judge you for what you do in your personal time. That would not be smart of me. Maybe you like to put a plastic bag on your head, jerk off, and smash your head into some brick walls. Doesn't bother me any. Chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. Definitely shouldn't have picked that up. Because now I'm going to be tapping the button constantly. And my wrist is going to be sorer than that time that I watched The Spy Who Shagged Me when I was 13 years old. And my parents weren't home after we bought it on DVD. So, this is going to be pretty loud here, I have to imagine. I just wanted... Hey, we didn't get hit there, which I'm kind of surprised about. Why didn't I just shoot the TNT? That is a very good point there. And I think we just go fight the boss right away, because it's totally possible that we get our deal with the devil room here. People are saying, get creative, use the hairball. Man, you don't understand that just me, like, surviving and beating the Binding of Isaac, despite the amount of time that I've spent in it, is still kind of like a fucking, like, blessing for me. So I'm not going to get creative and use the hairball. If the hairball manages to hit someone, by all means, that's beautiful. I appreciate the extra help. But also, just, like, not dying while playing the game the traditional way that I always play it is a step up from me versus the usual. I almost walked over the end there, unfortunately. Chocolate milk is objectively good, says BizSnap, so I guess I can put that in my pipe and smoke it. Let's continue moving onwards here. And unfortunately, I gotta continue tapping the button, so it's objectively bad wrist. But apart from that, I do trust you on the mathematics of it. We got a single spirit heart there. I don't know, I seem to go through patches where, like, the small rock almost always shows up from tinted rocks, and then patches where it never shows up. And we are definitely in one of those patches where it almost never shows up right now, unfortunately. But let's go down and to the right. Again, we haven't picked up anything truly amazing yet. I'm really hoping we get a deal with the devil, because, you know, my strategy basically hinges on getting deals with the devil, so I can get mobs, and compensate for the fact that you know, I'm not that great at the game on a mechanical level by getting items that make me insanely powerful. This is another bad room, by the way. But keep in mind, we are on the catacombs, so maybe when we get down to the caves on the next floor in all hopefulness, then we'll be a little bit better. I almost ran into him there. Wow, that was stupid damage. You're not wrong, Enderman. You're not wrong. Get used to it. I'm going to be taking a bunch of it today, in all likelihood. I really, at this point, like, we're doing fine, but I feel like I kind of need the one item that gives me something to kind of anchor my run around. Maybe we get, for example, a flying item like Spirit of the Night, and then I can play a little bit more defensively, hide out over rocks and whatnot, pick up a lot of consumables. Maybe we get a Mom's Knife, and I start to become a little bit more aggressive, gotta get really in there on fights. But for right now, I still kind of feel like I'm just kind of free-floating out here. Yeah, we'll pick up Mom's Pearl. This might be a good chance for me to finally definitively learn what Mom's Pearl does. I've been told that it is a Tears upgrade. I've also been told that it increases the frequency of Spirit Heart drops. Obviously, one of those is a little bit more valuable to me than the other one right now, but we'll see. Hey, Northernlion, here's a goal, try to become Guppy. That's good advice, I'll admit, but it's also very context-dependent. You need to have, you know, very specific item drops to have a chance at that. And, you know, Deals with the Devil, definitely an asset there, but we haven't gotten any so far, on this run at least, so we've been kind of hamstrung with that. 10% extra chance of Soul Heart, says the chat. Thank you very much for that confirmation there. Oh, I forgot we still had one more room, or one more wave of enemies, I should say. Definitely not one more room. Let's continue to destroy these guys. I'm hoping that we pick up like a nickel at the end if we're going to be somewhat realistic. This would allow me to possibly be able to go to the shop. And, you know, even 7 cents would allow me to go to the shop. And at least give it the old college try. And, you know, if our luck holds as it has so far, maybe we'll snag an HP upgrade from this gluttony here. And well, we'll get some extra hearts. We do have 7 cents, though, so we might as well check. And, you know, this is a fairly small floor. I'll look for the secret room as well. All right, beautiful. That is only 3 more cents, which is not necessarily that good of an upgrade for me. Obviously, we're going to pass over the tick because that would screw over the rest of our potential chances. Let's come up here and see what we get. Yes. I'm not going to buy the Spirit Heart for 3 cents because I think that's basically throwing 3 cents down the drain. Like, we will pick it up and then just lose it immediately. And I certainly don't want to, you know, try to win another 5 cents just to have the privilege of buying Notched Axe, which I consider one of the worst items in the game. So let's continue onwards here. Well, we're on the Caves Part 2, as prophesized. And we're at the point where I'm still doing fine. Like, I could probably, at the very least, even if we just got shit, like, spacebar items that weren't very good for the rest of the game in our item rooms and shops, I could probably, at the very least, beat Mom and be reasonably comfortable. Assuming I start playing a little bit better than I have been playing so far, because I've been playing pretty badly here. Largely, I think, because half of my mental energy is tied up in tapping the arrow keys here, because I picked up chocolate milk like a big idiot. But, you know, Bisnaps is objectively good, I guess, from a damage standpoint. It's just annoying the shit out of me right now. But I would welcome the opportunity to pick up something a little bit better. Let me just move one of my cords out of the way here. All right. We do have a boss trap room, which means I would be so... I hate this. I hate this so much. There we go. Which means I would be psyched about the opportunity to go to a blood bank. We could potentially pick up an HP upgrade. I think Kane has a better chance of getting the blood bag, at least like on each individual play. He has a higher percentage chance of getting the blood bag. So that would be ideal. I think we could maybe snag an HP upgrade and whatever the boss room holds for us, which is likely, you know, some kind of attribute upgrade. That seems to be the norm. At this point, probably, you know, I wouldn't mind an HP upgrade, but that is basically, like, if we end up getting a deal with the devil, that's good. But if we don't end up getting a deal with the devil, maybe a straight damage upgrade would be smarter. Not that I have any control whatsoever on what we're going to get, but, you know, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from here. The human popcorn just walked over the spikes there, which is A-okay by me. Let's talk about some more slightly obtuse, not obtuse, but rarer items, or less conventional items that would really help us out here. With the chocolate milk and the odd mushroom combination that we have, I would love to get piercing shots. I think piercing shots would help us out a lot when it comes to like doing crowd control on these enemies, especially, you know, on an enemy like Fistula. It would allow us to clear out these Fistula parts a little bit easier. By the same token, oh my god, Guppy's Hairball is actually like saving the shit out of my life here. Something like a tier effect like a Mom's Contact would be sweet as hell. Did I already mention that? I can't remember. I'm too drawn in here. Guppy's Hairball saved my life on this fight, like, substantially. We're going to take the Spirit Heart. We could earn a deal with the devil. Well, deal with the angel could be fine, too. And what is our tarot card? Temperance! Oh, that's a beautiful turn of events here. And we get the Miter. Okay, so that is, I would say, a fairly good turn of events that we just had. So, it was not Sacred Heart, guys. I apologize. But, again, I don't have any control over that either, do I? With all the Spirit Hearts that we have, I should be safe enough to come down into this boss trap room. This Temperance card could be pretty valuable. Apparently, Miter, as BizSnap says here, is a 50% extra chance of Spirit Heart. So not only are we going to have a chance to get the Blood Bank, sorry, the Blood Bag, I always make that mistake. I actually kind of wish we didn't get it here, because I wanted to go to the boss trap room. And the other thing I was going to say is we're probably going to get to 15 cents, so we could get to 15 cents and then go to the shop and buy an item. But sadly, we only got the 14 cents, so hopefully we'll find a way to deal with that. But I'm glad that we got it regardless. Oh, there's another arcade up here. So at the very least, we're going to snag either 2 HP upgrades or 2 HP plus speed upgrades, I suppose. Or we're going to get enough money to go to the shop, and or we're going to have limited enough health to go to the boss trap room. So, you know, everything's coming up Millhouse here fantastically. We got a little bit more money as well, which is good because we spent 1 cent to get in here. There's our 15th cent. So we're just going to play the bejesus out of this. And we haven't been to the item room on this floor either. This has the potential to be like the turning point floor for us. We haven't picked up anything amazing yet, although the Miter is... It's amazing, but it's kind of amazing in its own quiet way, right? One more play. Wow, we got a lot of nickels out of this. That is kind of surprising. And now we'll go down to our boss trap room and see if we get something better. Man, I have way too much speed right now. But that's okay. Let's see what we have in here. That is an HP upgrade, so I will definitely pick that up. And I might just want to continue playing the Blood Bank, honestly. It's something that I struggle with, because again, I've been really aggressive in some recent Isaac runs about playing the Blood Bank, and in one of them, not to spoil it, but, you know, thanks for coming out. Here's the, you know, the spoiler commentary that is going to ruin one of the Isaac runs that you're not watching for you, if you're a big fan of the series, but I basically kill myself by accident using a Blood Bank. Not directly, I don't just go like, herp de derp, oh, I killed myself by donating too many hearts to charity. No, it's more like, oh, I never got HP ups, and I also never got enough red heart consumables to justify the amount of hearts I spent on it. I was going to play chicken with that guy, but luckily I managed to just get away reasonably well anyway. How about this guy? What do you got for me? Hopefully another consumable drop. That was a beautiful sniper shot at the end there. Nothing at the end, unfortunately. I'm tempted here. First things first, let's go to the item room. Let's go to the shop. Caves Part 2 is going to be a long one for us. In a non-sexual way for once. As much as it pains me to say it. We have, you know, I mean, we haven't even been to the item room or the shop on this floor, and it's already turned out really well for us. What I really want to do is focus on getting this blood bank to drop a blood bag, because the extra HP might be beneficial at dealing with a deal with the devil at some point. If we get one, but apparently that's too much to fucking ask for the game here. I mean, having 7 heart containers as Kane is pretty dope. Remember, a couple of those came from pills. If we could get like a mom's bottle of pills, we would probably be sitting pretty for the rest of the game. We have health up in our rotation, speed up, tears up, I think, as well as definitely full health, which is probably the most important one right now, long term anyway. That is Telepathy for Dummies. This is one of the rare situations where I'm going to have to take this, but it's obviously one of the trashiest items in the game. At the very least, it's going to give me an opportunity to get it out of the rotation. That's basically the only positive that I can kind of give to it right now. I would love to hear some dissent in the chat that actually had like a good reason why Telepathy for Dummies is a good item, but I think it's one of those items in the game, and there are a few that's just objectively not very good. Unfortunately, you know, as sad as I am to say it, but let's get the F out of here. I've been watching but not looking, Northernlion. Now I finally look up and you are fucking hideous. That is true. My guy's got, like, chubby cheeks. It's not, it could be cute, but in this situation is also, like, horrifying. Bombflies scare the shit out of me when I have GUPPYS Hairball, because I could accidentally blow them up in my face really, really easily. We got a Spirit Heart drop here, thankfully. Telepathy for Dummies boosts accuracy. Very clever. What do we have in our shop? Mom's purse. Okay, so we complained about not getting this item, and now we get it. So I'm okay with that. And we will buy everything in here because we have the money necessary to go to the next floor. I'm going to play the shit out of the blood bank again, just to be risky. But, I mean, the money's valuable. Mostly I'm like, you know, we have the Spirit Hearts to probably make us survivable anyway. Let's leave it at that for, you know, we have 5 bombs. If we wanted it, we could gamble and then get hearts, and oh my god. Alright, I wish we had the D20 here. That was a weird situation. But we got extra money here, so I might as well play this dude once. Hey, we got paid with a live bomb, which will save me a bomb and blowing this dude up. And he gave me another Spirit Heart. I guess we'll just leave. I thought about blowing up the blood bank, but I'm also still tempted to go back and play it a couple of times here because we have so many spirit hearts. Would I be able to get the consumables or consumable red hearts to claw my way back from where I am right now? I think so, but I still just want to play this a couple times just in case. The chance, it's there, man. Yeah, you fucked me. But maybe I want to go with the blood bank, or sorry, the IV bag moving forwards instead of telepathy for dummies, but let's stick with telepathy for dummies right now because I can't imagine a situation where I end up playing the IV bag right now. Everyone's saying pick it up. You're probably right, but you know, what can I say? I'm not a clever man. So let's go down to the next floor. I'm gonna take a sip of this coffee that I just poured recently. Far too hot. Okay. Necropolis 1. If I had known that we were going to be on Necropolis, I might have been a little bit more prudent about the amount of health that I gave to that blood bank. Again, I make that mistake every fucking time. But now I think we find ourselves in a position where things could be a little bit tricky here. Okay, I'm hemorrhaging health on a room that should not be so difficult. If only the flies, man. There's so many flies. This troll engine is strong on this run. Although I don't disagree. In fairness to the game, first off, the run it gave me last time was insane. But secondly, this run hasn't been that bad. I've made some decisions that didn't pan out fantastically. We could still easily pull this one back. I would really love to... Oh, right. Telepathy for dummies would have been a smart idea on this run, maybe. Yeah, we could still pull it back. A deal with the devil would make me the happiest boy in the world, but we're probably unlikely to get that given the damage that I've taken. No, no, stay away. Are you serious that this guy's not dead yet? There we go. All right. That was a horrible room. There's golden poop in there, wasn't there? But maybe I probably killed it by accident, which is good, but maybe not good because I didn't notice what we got. But we do have 47 cents, but I can't tell if that was from my failed blood bank endeavor earlier or what is going on there. So let's just get up. I hate these rooms because you really gotta plan your walking accordingly. And if you can get these guys to fire at the same time, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's terrible. I will open this golden chest because I feel like I'm kind of in a position where I really need to take all the advantages available to me. 2 extra bombs and a key. So we used a bomb and a key. We got an extra bomb out of it. Not the end of the world. Also not great. I hesitate to dodge on these guys because sometimes standing still is the only tip you need. Oh my god, I just lost like a ton of health on this room, specifically to that neutral fly, which is annoying as hell. He's not really neutral, is he? Like, that's a misnomer. He's definitely on the side of that greed. So, let's come through here. Yeah, of course we have Masks of Infamy now, and we're really up against it now. This is a big issue. We need to get to this shop or this item room as quickly as possible. I almost walked into the fire there, believe it or not. You might say, like, oh, you were so far away. Yes, but my speed is also so high that anything could happen here. We're real low. Real low. That's fine. This is not where I want to be! Okay, you know what? Greed heads, suck on that shit. That was a really good diagonal shot that might actually allow me to kill one of these dudes. Sure, why not pop telepathy for dummies here? This is one of those runs where the blood bank might have ended up killing me, unfortunately. But we still have 1 heart, effectively. If we could get some consumable... This is what I mean, man. I play the blood bank, and then consumable red hearts just don't drop after that. Up to that point in the game, oh, you're at full health. You need a key to get into the item room. Why not have 20 consumable red hearts that you can't possibly use? After you play the blood bank, it's like, fuck you, man, you know. Don't always seem to go. You don't know what you got till it's gone. You paved paradise and gave your soul to the devil. Essentially, this is what the game is saying to me. You know, either in a... Who's saying that song originally? It's like Bonnie Raitt or something. I can't remember. Now let's back the F up here. We are going to survive to hit to this... Oh, Jesus, that was close. To hit this terminal here. Not that that gives us a huge benefit. Thank God we got telepathy for dummies in this situation, though. This is really doing a lot of good work for us. I need an item room. I need a pill that gives me full health. There's a full health pill in the rotation. We need... Oh, this is it. If I can just survive this room... Do I need extra accuracy? Can I use telepathy for dummies here? Possibly. Might be a good idea. We actually managed to not get hit here, which is surprising. I shouldn't count my chickens yet. There we go. Alright, these could be big. Celtic Cross, I'm not happy immediately, but that's fine. And I knew we were going to fight Greed. It had to happen. The game would be missing too much of an opportunity to troll the shit out of me if it didn't give me Greed in this shop. And now I really wish that we'd bought that Spirit Heart back there. Remember when I said, oh, I don't want to buy the Spirit Heart because I feel like I'd just be wasting 3 cents. Fuck that shit. Actually would have been really beneficial for us. So I would say, you know, the shop probably didn't turn out that fantastically for us here. We're gonna die the richest man in the Binding of Isaac dungeon. Don't get me wrong, chat. I see the chat right now. I like Celtic Cross. It's just, I need an item to keep me alive right now. And Celtic Cross is not that item, as you can see. That was a fucking disaster. That was really bad. As always, thanks for watching. For those of you who are watching on Twitch, I'll be back to maybe do another Isaac Runner and Ask Me Anything right after that. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. As always, feel free to leave a comment with a challenge run suggestion, and perhaps I will do it if I deem it entertaining or visible or people seem to like it. This is compensation for having the best run ever last time, I guess. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.